June 8th, 2022. Notice of this meeting has been duly advertised in compliance with the Open Public Meeting Law. Please be advised that this meeting is being audio recorded for possible later playback. Everyone, please rise for the flag salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Councilman Domenico.
Here.
Councilwoman Hess has an excused absence. Councilman Lankowski.
Here.
Councilwoman Patton.
Here.
Councilwoman Simmons. Here. President Randolph Sharp.
Here.
Mayor.
Here. Approval of minutes of council meeting and executive session for May 11, 2022. Entertain a motion, please.
Make a motion to approve the minutes from May 11, 2022, and also for payment of bills that have been properly signed and audited. Oh, well, there you go.
And a second on the approval of minutes.
Second.
And roll call, please.
Councilman Domenico.
Yes.
Councilman Lankowski.
Yes.
Councilwoman Patton.
Yes.
Councilwoman Simmons. Yes. President Randolph Sharp.
Yes.
And now,
I make a motion for payment of bills that have been properly audited and signed.
and a second, please.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilman Domenico. Councilman Lankowski.
Yes.
Councilwoman Patton.
Yes.
Councilwoman Simmons. Yes. President Randolph Sharp.
Yes.
Following reports have been filed and available in the respective offices of review and have been included in the minutes. Tax collector's report, the civil report, and treasurer's report. At this time, we're going to do resolution 2022-121, proclamation for St. Mark's A.M.E. Church. Councilman.
Whereas St. Mark's African Methodist Episcopal Church was founded in 1931 by the late Reverend Richard Adams of Pennsauken, who rode a bus for as far as 30 cents would take him and arrived in Lindenwold, New Jersey, where he found residents interested in starting an African Methodist Episcopal Church. And whereas services were first conducted in a hall owned by the Blackstone family, membership was acquired in the African Methodist Episcopal Conference, thus growing the congregation. And whereas in 1935, property was purchased on the corner of Walnut and Taylor Avenues, and in 1936, construction of St. Mark's African Methodist Episcopal Church started. The first service was held in November of 1938, and whereas St. Mark African Methodist Episcopal Church has continued to grow and serve the Lindenwold community through donations of Bibles and Christmas gifts to South Jersey families sponsored by their Angel Ministry. And whereas, as of April 2022, Reverend Betty A. Clark celebrated her 35th year as pastor of St. Mark African Methodist Episcopal Church. And whereas in May 2022, St. Mark African Methodist Episcopal Church celebrated 91 years of service to the Borough of Lindenwold. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Mayor and Borough Council of the Borough of Lindenwold, wishes to recognize Reverend Betty A. Clark on her 35th anniversary in St. Mark African Methodist Episcopal Church, located at 929 Walnut Avenue, on the 91st anniversary, and extend this expression of our esteem and best wishes to the members of this congregation on this memorable occasion, offering our congratulations and appreciation for the years of faithful service and outreach to the Lindenwold community.
Entertain a motion, please.
So moved.
And a second, please.
Second.
Reverend Bill.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Oh, yeah. Is that Brother Sam?
Yes.
Okay. So we'd like to present this with an extraordinary story. It's much longer than this, but we had to abbreviate it in order to fit it on this plaque. But an extraordinary story of taking a bus with 30 cents and just going where God led him, and it led him to the borough of Lindenwold. So we thank you for your commitment and service to the borough and your dedication, Pastor Clark. It's awesome meeting you at the Business Connection. I know that we're going to continue to stay in contact and do things for the community. And just, Lindenwold, their church started 2 years after the Borough of Lindenwold was incorporated. And I just, when I read your story, I live back in that area. I live on Pine Lawn. You're around the corner from me. And I just envisioned what it looked like baptismals down in the lake down by our area down there, and just an awesome, awesome story. So thank you for your commitment to the community. Thank you. Appreciate it. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Reverend Clark would like to say a few words.
Yes, truly giving honor to our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, who is first in my life, to Mayor and to Shaw, who is to her President Council, all the councilmen, all of you VIPs in Christ Jesus. I am grateful and thankful for God for allowing me to become the pastor of St. Mark in 1987. And been blessed, and the people have been blessed, and I thank God for their dedication of love for other people, love to the community, and love for one another. It's all about love, and all I'm trying to love one another. But Jesus said, love. And let us continue to love one another, grow and glow in the Lord, because one day He is coming back. But while you're here, we're going to work while it's day, because nighttime no man can work. God bless you, may God keep you. I should continue to do the work of the Lord here and in the world.
That's right. Thank you.
Thank you, Council President.
Thank you.
Okay, second reading ordinance 2022-09, appropriation ordinance. Open to the public for any questions or comments regarding ordinance. Second reading 2022-09. Seeing none, close the meeting to the public and entertain a motion, please.
Make a motion for second reading ordinance of 2022-09 be adopted as read and published according to law.
And second, please.
Second.
Questions? Roll call.
Councilman DeLuca?
Yes.
Councilman Lankowski?
Yes.
Councilwoman Patton?
Yes.
Councilwoman Simmons? Yes. President Randolph Sharp?
Yes.
Second reading ordinance 2022-10, amending ordinance 2021-15, capital ordinance. Open meeting to the public for any questions or comments regarding ordinance 2022-10. Seeing none, close the meeting to the public and entertain a motion, please.
Make a motion for second reading ordinance 2022-10 be adopted on second reading and published according to law.
And a second, please.
Second.
Councilman
Roll call.
DeLuca?
Yes.
Councilman Lankowski?
Yes.
Councilwoman Patton?
Yes.
Councilwoman Simmons? Yes. President Randolph Sharp?
Yes.
First reading ordinance 2022-11, 2022 salary for non-contractual employees. Entertain a motion, please.
Take a motion for ordinance 2022-11 that it be adopted as read on first reading, published according to law, posted in the Borough Hall, with the second reading being held during the next regularly scheduled meeting.
And a second, please.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilman DeLuca? Councilman Lankowski?
Yes.
Councilwoman Patton?
Yes.
Councilwoman Simmons? Yes. President Randolph Sharp?
Yes.
Consent agenda. The items listed below considered routine by the Borough of Lindenwold will be acted upon by one motion. There will be no formal discussion of these items. If discussion is desired, this item will be removed from the consent agenda and considered separately. Entertain a motion for resolution 2022-122 through 130.
Make a motion for consent agenda items, resolution 2022-122 through 130.
And a second, please.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman DeLuca? Councilman Lankowski?
Yes.
Councilwoman Patton?
Yes.
Councilwoman Simmons? Yes. President Randolph Sharp?
Yes.
Engineers report. You're up.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening. First update is site visit has been performed on the municipal aid application for the 2023 project. The Cooper Avenue reconstruction design for the 2022 municipal aid was submitted to DOT earlier today. Comments should be back in about 30 days on that, and then the traffic signal warrant analysis was submitted to DOT last month.
Any questions? Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, it's time to vote. Council. Councilman DeLuca.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. First of all, I'd like to congratulate Walter Wright on the elections last night. Good job. Lindenwold Police Department Activity Report for the month of May 2023. Total calls of service 2418, traffic accidents 50, community policing 285, traffic enforcement and stops 140, criminal complaints issued by officers 60, traffic summonses issued by officers 59, criminal complaints issued by citizens 16, traffic summonses issued by citizens 1, and there is 50 investigations going on right now. Fishing with the cops on Sunday went very well. I think they had probably 20 to 25 people circling in and out. Kids all seem to have it. That's all I have.
I want to go.
All right, well, I got a few things, so bear with me. The first is a report from the Code Enforcement Office for the month of May 2022. They had 79 CO inspections, 37 smoke inspections, 306 violations were found, 175 violations were written, 103 abatements to the violations were obtained, 80 tickets were written, 11 tickets to court or by 4 Zoom court. They're still doing that due to COVID. 5 fees by mails were collected, total of $500 plus $165 in court fees. 100 yearly rental registration inspections, 37 rental registrations inspections, 44 vehicles tagged and removed by others, plus 2 Wayne had towed, 0 illegal clothing bins tagged, 1 tractor trailer tagged and removed, 3 sites found working without permits, 0 businesses found open without permits, 1 dumpster on street, no approval, 45 street openings, sidewalks, curbs, and aprons, and 21 resident communications. So as you can see, the office has been very busy. Also, we're having a new employee that will be starting in the office that will need to be trained, and hopefully that will help with some of the workload in the office. Moving over to a few things here. First, we started on May the 14th. We had our first ever, I think, in the history of Lindenwold, Business Connection. It was held at the high school. That is where I met Reverend Clark and a few other business owners. It was an opportunity to network and communicate with our business owners. I enjoyed myself. I had a good time here. I think most people did. I had some great feedback. I even got some phone calls from people who thought it was another date and they were upset that they missed it. So we are going to try to do it maybe quarterly or so. We're looking at maybe late fall and on a different date and time, and maybe we'll get more people to attend. Now, I do have to thank some people because nothing happens in a vacuum, right? You know, no one person does everything. So first, Dawn, my right hand right here, she was awesome and coordinating a lot of the things, moving parts. Kathy in her office, who helped a lot in putting together the packets. Nancy D, who gave me a lot of the information and helped me with that. Brenda, who helped with things. The mayor, of course, Public Works, Code Enforcement, the solicitor, the police department, and my volunteers, who happen to be my family because they work for free, and I just had to give them some food afterwards, so that worked for me. So it was a great time to get feedback and hear some of the issues of the business people that are going on. We do have our first ever business directories that are out on the table. I encourage you to take those bags that you all picked up are just for show. We hope that you will use those bags at our local businesses throughout town and do your shopping. Really try to support them, and when you're going out to buy something, try to buy local first. I mean, a lot of times you have to go somewhere else, you know, to get something, but if you can get something, you know, try to go local, spread it around. 1 week I go to Scoopy Doo's, the next week I go up to Muller's, the next week I go over just to kind of spread it around. So we really ask you to encourage them. We hope to continue to build our relationships with our business owners and just hear back from them. We celebrated Pastor Clark this meeting. Our next meeting, we'll be celebrating Dieter Dinks, who's celebrating 71 years in business, a family-owned business. He couldn't be here tonight because he had a trade show to go to, so if you don't have anything to do in our next council meeting, please come out and support the Dieter Dink family. They've been very faithful to the Lindenwold community. We'd like to also thank the school board for their cooperation. It was co-sponsored with the school board. They let us use their facilities, and they were just awesome to us, so I thank them as well. Okay, so now we're working on a few things. So if you're looking at the business list, first of all, this list is fluid, meaning that it will change as businesses open and close. We'll probably look at updating it quarterly. This is not going to be something that we're going to be doing weekly because we just don't have the manpower to do it, but we will be looking at the list quarterly, making adjustments and changes as we go on. Someone asked the question, why aren't apartments on here? Apartments don't get business licenses, so they're not part of our mercantile listing. This listing was sent to the apartments, also our senior citizens buildings, so when they get new residents in, they can share our local businesses with the new people that are moving into the area. So we are trying to spread the word as best that we can. If you go out onto our website, you will see a new area on our website that says, Welcome to Lindenwold. You will find the business directory there, and also under the code enforcement area, mercantile business listing on the website. Our Welcome to Lindenwold is still a work in progress. We've got a few more things that we need to add there, but we also have the hyperlinks to every department. So if someone moves here and they're not sure where to put their trash out, or where to go to the library, or whatever it is that they're looking for, they'll be able to hit a hyperlink and it'll be able to help them. Dawn is in the midst of her budget issues in her office, but once she finishes, we're looking to meet with our website provider, again, just to do a refreshing of the page and kind of do some updating things there. The newsletter will be out in about a week. We're in the process of proofreading it now. This is going to be like the deluxe edition of the newsletter. We got a lot of good stuff in there. Our business owners will be sending you a hyperlink to the newsletter when it comes out, so you'll be able to get that, okay? Memorial Day. Ms. Patton, you did an awesome job. Thank you for honoring Ms. Dixon. And Ms. Dixon, in a conversation, I found out that she was not registered as a Gold Star mom in the county. She did follow up with that, and we issued her card today. So she is now a Gold Star mom officially in Camden County. So, last but not least, well, actually, I have two more things. The sewer bills are due July the 1st. If you pay them before then, online, you'll save yourself $4. So, you got to pay it in full, okay? So, that is that. And then, I want to wish everyone a happy Juneteenth. June 19th is Juneteenth, right? Now, how many people know what Juneteenth is? Be honest, nobody's going to shoot you or anything. You don't know. Why shouldn't you shoot you? That's not, sorry, that was the wrong word. I didn't mean that. I'll take that back. You can't say the things that you used to say because they mean different things. So I apologize, okay? But Juneteenth, I knew about Juneteenth for a while because my girlfriend ran track for the University of Houston. And we used to go there in the 80s, and we'd go down to Galveston, and they'd have this huge celebration with rodeo cowboys and food and barbecue and stuff. And I'm like, what is going on? They're like, it's Juneteenth. And I'm like, what's that? Right? So Juneteenth is when Texas found out that the enslaved Africans there were free, but it was 2 years after the emancipation, right? So it's a day of celebration, right? A day of freedom. And on Juneteenth, a lot of people celebrate it by eating or drinking something red. So get yourself some strawberry soda, some red velvet cake, some strawberries, whatever it is you're going to eat red, and celebrate that day, because it's a day for all of us. It just does not mean that it was for enslaved Africans. It's part of the United States history. So embrace it, love it. The governor gave us the federal, well, it's a federal holiday, then the state embraced it, and this year the county embraced it, because we worked last Juneteenth. So enjoy your Juneteenth celebration, okay? Thank you. And yeah, well, the borough was ahead of the county. You embraced it last year. Yeah. So enjoy your Juneteenth. That's it.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. As far as school board, the children at the high school will be graduating June 17th. It's suggested that should be paid at 6:30. Also, the Department of Rec's Wheels have changed. It's a nonprofit organization. They're part of an alpha project. They're going to donate backpacks. They'll be giving them out for free, filled with goodies, from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. And lastly, I'd like to thank everyone who participated in this year's primary. It's a big part of our democracy. Everybody who voted, worked the polls, everything. But thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Very brief today. June 24th is the start of our movement part of the Lindenwold Park. We'll have a pre-show at 7:30, so please go on the Borough website, get more information, and look at the calendar, and you'll see the other meetings that we have scheduled. And lastly, just visit our local library. We have new staff, Mrs. Curry. I just want you to just go in there, if you haven't been around, just experience our library. It's a beautiful place. So go over there, meet Mrs. Curry, and check out our library. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The health report. Spot and lanternflies. So according to Radio NJ 101.5, last fall, before it got cold, they did lay a lot of eggs, hundreds of thousands of millions of eggs, they're saying, that are triggered to hatch any day now. So they're saying, so what A.M.E. from Rutgers University, she's an expert in these bugs, what she's saying is if you see them on the tree, the white spot, to scrape them off so the eggs won't hatch and try to stop it. But she is also saying that we're expected to have a larger population of these bugs this year than we did last year because they just keep multiplying. A big problem with killing the bugs is they're very high up in the tree, so you can't really get to them. So most of the eggs are going to hatch. I'll probably have more information on this next meeting, but they were saying if you see them, kill them. They're called hitchhikers because they'll get on your car and you're going to take them to another location. These bugs came from China, from somebody in Bensdale in Pennsylvania. And now they are multiplying everywhere. They're eating like our plants, they're even rooting our trees. There's a lot happening with it. So then I have my COVID update. So according to yesterday's New York Times, in the past week, Camden County, they have a lot in there in New York Times about Camden County and COVID. That they're saying there's an average of 200 cases a day. But this is a 23% decrease from 2 weeks ago. Since the pandemic, in Camden County, 1 in 4 residents have received COVID. So that's, not very good odds. A total of 135,871 reported cases with 1,823 reported deaths in Camden County. The numbers are not truly accurate because anyone taking a home test, if you're positive, you're supposed to call the health department to report it so they can get more accurate numbers. With the home test, people aren't really calling the health department to report it. So they're really only getting the ones that go to the hospital or doctors, urgent care, or something like that, number-wise. So yesterday, Camden County announced 117 new cases. 23 of these cases were 18 years old or younger. So it is getting the younger population right now. 3 of these cases, the residents lived in Lindenwold, and the average age, you're saying, is 40, but it is moving out of 40s and into younger ages. As of last night, on the CDC website, Camden County is still at a high level. So the CDC is saying, wear a mask indoor in public places, stay up to date with your vaccines, get tested if you have symptoms. So if you have symptoms, don't go around other people. So try to keep, yourself safe and other people. And now we have something new to talk about. Monkeypox. They're here, and so there's cluster monkeypox that's being reported as of early May in several countries that don't usually see it, which is also including the United States. As of last night, there was no monkeypox in New Jersey or in Delaware, but unfortunately, Pennsylvania has 1 confirmed case, and that is in Philadelphia. So with people traveling back and forth with the train, like with short sleeves on, they're saying you touch skin to skin, if they're affected, you could get it. If you have a rash, anything like that, they're saying call your doctor. It might just be a rash, but it might be something else. So they're just saying everyone, keep an eye on what you're doing. And currently there are 35 confirmed cases in the U.S. from Arizona, California, Colorado, Florida, Illinois, Massachusetts, New York, Texas, Utah, just to name a few. I also have flyers with me from New Jersey Health Department and the CDC discussing about the monkeypox, about how you can get yourself tested. They're saying testing should be done in a laboratory. So I do have lots of information if anybody wants any of that. And that's all I have today. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The only thing I have is I'd like to say congratulations to Greg and Alden on their primary victory yesterday. Good job. At this, I will open the meeting to the public. Anyone from the public wishing to speak, please come up, state your name and address for the record, and don't forget to sign in, please.
Diane Thierry, 637 Fifth Avenue. Mayor, 623 Fifth Avenue next door to me was completely rehabbed and up for sale. I want to know how to pass inspection because now they can't sell it. There's like red stickers everywhere because they only did cosmetic work and they covered everything. So when our guys go out to inspect, why are they not looking for everything? So now they can't sell it. There's red stickers everywhere. And I just want to say congratulations to Lindenwold. And I just want to read something from November 5th of 2019 in the words of N Domenico. The wonderful people of Lindenwold have spoken. And Joe, in your own words, how does it feel to be a loser? Was that what you said to me? That's what you said to me. So, and I have it in writing if you would like to have a copy of it.
Anyone else from the public wishing to speak? Sir. Please open the microphone.
Good evening, Robert King, 203 North Carlton Street. I noticed on the other side where I live on Carlton and is it Carlton and Walnut? And I noticed on the other side of Laurel, they had resurfaced the right property. I wanted to know whether they want to complete it all the way down on the other side to completely all the way down onto the pond line before you actually go into where New Jersey Transit is.
That's my street.
Right.
Not yet. We'll get to it. We'll answer that.
The second question is on my block on where Walnut is. About a few years ago, what y'all can see, y'all come down and we chopped down a lot of trees. We got people that come around that block, because I'm right on the corner, right across from where the old movie ditch used to be at. It seemed like the people that turn that curve, they only had one pedal, and that's the gas pedal. And they actually struck one of my trees, and my kids at the time, somebody was home, and they pretty much fled the scene, but the tree's not there. So the very next time, if they do decide to come around that curve, because sometimes if they're not parked on my property, that car is there. And if they're flying around, they're going to smack somebody, so next they're going to hit the deck. I wanted to know if we could get speed bumps, because actually y'all guys paid that about 10, 11 years ago. Wanted to know if we can get a couple of speed bumps, maybe we can give them a warning. I pretty much know what residents are doing it. We're getting new residents back there, but like I said, gas must be good to them, because like I said, there's only one speed pedal they got. One pedal, and that's the gas. And they come around the curve as if they're tractor and trailer drivers. I know that because I'm a commercial driver. Wanted to know if we can get speed bumps put up on Walnut, please.
Anyone else in the public wishing to speak?
Steelers flag. Steelers flag.
Seeing none, close the meeting to the public. Entertain a motion to open the council meeting. As far as speed bumps are concerned, I'm sorry, we can't do speed bumps, sir, because Title 39 it restricts us from doing anything like speed bumps and allows our officers be able to write tickets, when they need to write tickets. I can ask them to look out and see if we can maybe put a sign over there, slow them down, whatever the case may be. But unfortunately, we can't put speed bumps anywhere in town. The apartment complexes do themselves if they want, but we can't do it on main roads because it's out there time. As far as the paving of Fulton and Walnut, we don't have that on the list anywhere, do we?
I'm aware, I can look at that.
Part of that was done by county, part of it was, the road is split in certain areas, county, border over county and borough, constant back and forth. I wish I could get them to pay Linden, and they won't do that either.
We did part of it.
Yeah. But, I will make a note of it, and I'll have our public works director make sure he's got that on the list for down the road a little bit, so we can get it on.
Thank you.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
Steelers flag, I know you still go with the Steelers flag at your house.
Amen.
Anybody else want anything? Anything else? Anything you want for, motion for adjournment then?
So moved.
Have a second, please. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?